Hey guys, it's me, Lori from Tiori, and welcome back to another episode of Nusantara. So let's get this thing started. Ooh, you struck them together. I wonder why the thought never crossed my mind. Ashley giggled before reverting her eyes to the blue crystals in her hands. These crystals here are said to be a gift from the goddess a long time ago. They already existed when I was born, so maybe the legend is right. We use them to light fire, dye our food, and even our hair into a beautiful shade of blue. Was that supposed to rhyme? We can make them into accessories, a gun material for weapons, and maybe some other functions I do not know. So you can basically use them for everything. But the most amazing thing is how they serve to be a potent medicine for any kind of disease. She inhaled heavily before continuing. As a matter of fact, these crystals saved us when there was a deadly plague 14 years ago. Are they really that amazing? Those small rocks contain that much power? Ever since then, Granny Sukma always went to Digdaya village every 3 days or so to survey the surroundings, looking for any sign of that plague, making sure it doesn't show up again. She suddenly looked down with a strange expression and rubbed her thumbs along the crystal gently. When I was about to ask what was wrong, she smiled at me. Well, I guess I better go now to finish cooking breakfast. We have a big day ahead of us, and why is there no music? This is awkward. Okay. Granny won't be thrilled to find us chatting here instead of going out to pay Mitra a visit. It's already long overdue, and she's in a bad mood lately. I cringed. Is she still mad? Maybe just a little. We were really worried about you, you know? You're lucky she didn't cancel your language lessons or given you any punishment. I know, and I already said I'm sorry. You don't know, Tamara. That's the problem. You don't know how horrid and dangerous they are. I would even dare to say they look like human, if not for their iron skin and poison. They could hurt you in many unimaginable ways. I had heard this many times before. How Komodo had acid-like saliva that could melt rocks, skins as sharp or hard as steel. How they used to whip their thorns to catch their prey, tear their flesh, and then feast on them. Honestly, I couldn't imagine such a being existed. But I think I should consider it. After all, nothing was impossible in this world. I thought my confusion was visible on my face since Ashi sighed. You'll know when you see them yourself. For now, finish your breakfast, Tamara. Then we'll go on our way to Digdaya village to visit Mitra. The atmosphere lightened with when Ashi dropped the subject, which I was grateful for. I gave Ashi one last guilty look, trying to tell her that I was truly sorry. Where are the other villagers? The others already went fishing and forage for food. If you want to meet them, you either have to wake up earlier or just greet them in the late afternoon. Right. I think I'll choose the later one. Alright, what do you want to do now? Go meet Mitra? I don't think I'm ready for that. Go get herbs and take a walk in the borders. I want to explore, of course. I have always liked to take a walk, whether in the park, beach, forest, basically anywhere. Especially when the weather is sunny like today. It's relaxed and it helped me to think clearly. Carefully pushing the limits of the border, I cheerfully walked along the forest border until the trail of red caught my sight. Curious, I followed the trail. Is there an injured animal or something? I stopped in my tracks when the trail guided me to a pair of feet. A foot was covered in blood and punctured by a lone arrow. Ow, that's gotta hurt. A man who rivaled Yuta in the build but slightly shorter was lying on the ground. I'm sorry to butcher that sentence. He was lean muscle with slender limbs showing long and graceful lines. His skin, like the other guy's, was dark, with tattoos rolling down from his right shoulder to the midsection of his stomach. His dirty white pants contrasted his appearance and looked out of place. He had dark hair and his bangs were highlighted with white. I frowned when I saw his injured foot more closely. Blood was pouring from his wound, and it had started to swell. The arrow which punctured it had a weird shape. Well, hurry up and help him, please, Tamara. The arrowhead, which was usually had the shape of an arrow, was replaced with a small range of spikes or thorns. I could only imagine the pain when the man decided to pull it out. Aside from that, he looked feverish, and didn't make any signs to wake up soon, but that man, especially his face with 3 huge scars, screamed bloody danger. That's one hell of a wound. What do I do, Armit? What to do? I gulped and slowly hid myself in a bush, careful to not make any sounds. When my safety was at least assured, I continued my observation. Okay, he's almost... Look at him, he's passed out. He has an arrow in his leg. You have to help him, Tamara. I could just leave him here, but that wound would not treat correctly. That wound, if not treated correctly, could be the end of him. For all I knew, he could be a murderer without second thought when he woke up. Oh shoot, did I skip anything? Okay, for all I knew, he could be a murderer and kill me without a second thought when he woke up. I'm sorry. Wait. What? I'm missing something, aren't I? Okay. I was right. There was an option, but I picked the leave one and I didn't want to. So I'm not gonna leave him. Gah! Alright, fine, I'll help him. I knew the guilt and shame would haunt me if I didn't help a guy in need. Just look at him, bloody and weak. No matter how evil or mean he might be, everyone deserved at least a chance to prove himself, and I couldn't judge him based on his appearance. Good job, Tamara. In resolution, I approached the man cautiously. Who knew? He could jump at me the moment I was close enough. After I was sure enough the man wouldn't jump my bones, I knelt down and assessed the damage. I'll need some water to clean this room, and lots of bandages to dress this. I think Granny Sukuma won't mind if I borrow some bandages and ointment. It's for helping people after all. The other injuries are just scratches, and what is this, a whip? Huh, that's strange taste for a weapon. Wait. I pursed my lips. He doesn't have any wings. Oh shoot, I just realized that. Then he's not an avian? But the other tribe I knew who used the whip as a weapon is... shit. I swore under my breath. Alright, Tamara, you decided to help this guy, so you have to do this from start to finish. I groaned at the risk I was taking. Woe is me. Alright, let's do this quickly. Hopefully this man would blissfully remain unconscious until I finished. Do I have to bring more clothes or maybe some ropes to bind his mouth or hands? I mean, Komodos do bite, don't they? I guess more clothes can't hurt. I covered them with dry leaves and branches, a simple effort to try camouflaging him with the surroundings. Hopefully Yuta and Misha won't find him while I'm gone. I'll come back soon. Tamara, I knew you would make the right decision. About an hour later, I finally got myself a large amount of clean clothes for the bandage. I think I brought too much. The camouflage is still intact. Good. Huh? Shit. Oh shit. I'm dead. The man was walking up, and a sense of panic rapidly grew in my heart. Will he kill me when he sees me in sight? What if he bites? What if he attacked? What the hell am I supposed to do with such a conscious, injured Komodo? Ow. For crying out loud. Why am I still sitting here? Apparently the fear froze me in place, and I practically had to drag myself to a nearby tree to hide behind it. My heartbeat flew in another notch when I saw a man slowly propped himself up with a single arm in his when he tried to move his injured leg. Shit, I forgot that that bandage is still out there. While trying to hide as soon as possible, it appeared that I had dropped the bandage, which was sitting nicely on the ground near the injured man. Fortunately, he looked a little dazed, probably due to the fever. I wasn't sure if he noticed the cloth, but that didn't stop him from trying to pull the arrow out. I watched as he found a thick branch, bit on it, snapped the arrowhead, and... Ouch. I don't even know if I'm voice acting this right. His eyes flashed when he saw the cloth. He hesitated a bit before picking it up and pressing it against his bloody leg. Nevertheless, the blood was still pouring out, and it didn't show any signs of stopping anytime soon. Go help him, Tamara! He hissed and tried to muffle his cries. At that moment, I saw a branch which he had been biting melted slowly with a low hiss, and then a smell of burnt wood and acid wafted in the air. It's true. I was afraid. Sukuma and Ashi had told me over and over again how dangerous a Komodo could be. I had always had my doubts about it, and now I just had witnessed how their saliva could indeed melt objects. Then what I heard about the Kodomo eating raw flesh could be true too. Damn it. Gah. He pressed harder at his wound, and the cloth soon drenched in red fluid. Once the white bandage was now bloody red. But I've got to be crazy. With shaking hands, I picked up a stick and wrapped some bandages at the tip of the stick. Slowly, with one hand rested on the tree bark, I held out the stick to the oblivious injured man. My voice was meek and pathetic to my ears, but to hell with it. Do you need some more? A moment of silence. More of a shock on his side, I think. Passed between us before his eyes went wide and he snarled viciously at me. I automatically dropped the stick and went hiding again. When I peeked, he was now half crouching defensively, protecting his injured right leg. I could see how it had worsened his bleeding. My voice wouldn't come out, so I just decided to push the stick closer to him. Pokes the stick. He responded by strongly clutching at his whip, ready to attack at any moment. I hope that he'd get the damn hint and take the damn bandage, so I can get the hell out of here. I heard another snarl, and I found myself become the object or subject to the intense scrutiny of laser-eye-like eyes in the forest green. He growled deep in his throat and bared his teeth at me. We remained silent for a while. He was glaring at me, and I could only stare at his eyes as though my life was depending on it. The silence was so immensely, terribly heavy. Well, thanks guys for watching so much. Make sure you click that like button and also subscribe to this channel and comment down below if you want to. See you guys soon.